Hey my little crafting monsters, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is good. This is Jesse with Paper to Masterpiece, here with another beautiful creation. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to make this amazing, well, not this one exactly. I'm going to show you that you can make so many different types and styles that, well, you're just going to fall in love. But anyway, let me show you what this one is. This one basically is, I made it a Jack Skeleton because I love Jack Skeleton. And what I did was, let me show you the paper pack for that one. I went to Michael's and I bought this paper pack here. Okay, I don't know if they have it. They usually have it like in the little middle island kind of. And they usually always have this on sale. I think that day was like 75% off. So I literally got this paper pack for $5. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a steal. So what I did was I got this paper, and let me see if there's another one by chance so I could show you what it looked like before I cut it and before I stamped. Oh, here it is. So this is it. So this is the paper that I got, and what I did was I stamped all these little skulls onto the paper to make it a skull. And then I know you probably cannot pick this up on the camera, guys, but I threw glitter on the eyes. Yes, I did. So I got this paper and I stamped all kinds of little skulls on it, and I made it my own little DSP paper. Then, because you guys already know me, I go to my office supply store for all of my, let's put it like this, for all of my copies, and I had them copy this Jack Skeleton, this one, and the one in the back. And then also I had them do this one and this one. And after, what I did was I laminated everything and I put it together with E6000, because E6000 is amazing when it comes to a really strong adhesive that you do not want anything to go anywhere. That's the one that you use. And then you just get that little spongy, I don't know what this is called, elastic cord, I guess. And yeah, so let's go through this little planner. It's a planner, guys, by the way. I'm so sorry. And these initials, because my name is Jesse Rodriguez, for those of you that don't know me. So I put a JR on the front for my initials, and the initials are actually in this paper pack, which is freaking amazing. So all I did, because I use a lot of these, as you can tell, this little strip in the middle right here, it was one of these little borders. So let me show you, because I think this paper pack is pretty amazing. Where is it, guys? Did one of you guys take it? Whoa, calm down there. All right, well, the lettering is in here. Oh, here it is, duh. So look, this is it. And so it comes in the whole sheet, the whole 12 by 12 like this. And what I did was I just cut it down, and I cut each letter out myself. This is what I have left over. And then I just glued it on. So that's what I did. But we're not gonna make this Jack Skeleton one. It's just a sample. As you guys could tell, this Jack Skeleton one is mine. And so I made this. There's, let's rewind it a bit because I'm going a little quick. But this is a die. This die is a Sizzix bigz die by Katelyn Lazardi. It's this, I guess she calls it a traveling notebook. And this is the die that I used to cut out this whole little thing here. the notebook. And what it is, it's a bigz die, so you basically don't need a platform. You just need the cutting dies, and that's all you need. I'm gonna show you how I use this to get this. But let's go through the little planner really quick just to show you what it is. There's also an insert die, coordinating die that goes with the notebook die, and it's to make these little inserts right here. Like I made this little book, like I was just doodling right here, just don't mind me. But I made these little books right here, and there's a die that will cut out the little cover and then the spine, and then it cuts out the little pockets here. And then I went to, let's start here. So these are the ones, this side is the ones I made. And then I went to Michael's, and at Michael's they have this like little 3-pack. And I think they're about like $6.99 regular price. It's a little 3-pack, and it's actually a calendar, a little notepad and all that. And then you just insert it. They were the perfect size for this notebook. So then this is the calendar. Like it has, I think it has for about 3 or 4 months. And then after that, you have to buy a new one to go the remainder of the months. So this is the little calendar one, and then it comes with the regular, kind of like a little grid paper, sort of, right? This is the pocket that I made. And then it has a regular, like a just plain copy paper. And these little 3 booklets are in the pack, and you could purchase them at Michael's, and they have them perfect size for this little notepad, this little notebook. Also too, I make these paper clips. So all these paper clips that you see here, you guys could find these on my Etsy store. These are the paper clips I make. You can find them on my Etsy store, Paper to Masterpiece. And this is what they look like in a planner. Yay. Okay, so let's get started so that we can go ahead and show you guys how these are done. So what I did, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is basically how it was done. So I used this paper pack. Well, we're gonna use this paper pack right now for the one we're gonna make. And what I chose was this one, because we're gonna do a mermaid. So I chose this paper, and what I did was I went ahead and took the 12 by 12 and I cut it in half. So at 6 inches, you get 2 of them. Okay, and this is gonna be perfect because with one 12 by 12, ladies and gentlemen, you guys get 2 planners. Yay! I know. Don't get too excited, guys. And then there's like these little borders on these paper packs, like this one, right? And I usually always cut these out, and I use these either like on cards or I use them on projects. They're always really cute little borders that you could always add to anything. And so I cut out this mermaid one, this one right here, because I felt that it would probably look really nice if we did something like this with this one going straight across. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ink this. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm just going to get my little Ranger. You guys have seen me use this a lot of times. My Ranger ink. It's like super old. I swear to you, this is, I'm not even lying to you, this has to be more than 15 years old. 10 years. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. No, it's probably like a good 6 or 7 years, if not more. But anyway, so I just pick it up with this little sponge thing that I purchased. I think I bought it at Walmart once. And I'm going to just ink the edges. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is gonna pop once it's laying on top of that other one. And I'm not gonna do anything else but just this. So you guys, I would love some feedback. I want to see what you guys create. If you guys have this die, I want to see what you guys have made with this die. If you don't have this die and you guys are planning on getting this die, I would definitely get it because this die is freaking amazing. You can do, I have, my partner's family is religious, so they, you know, they read the Bible and stuff like that. So I know for a fact that these would even come in handy to make a cute little Bible cover for something, and a little recipe book, a little, like, the possibilities are endless. You could just make anything. And so see how it kind of like stands out a little bit on this. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and bring my bigz machine. This is gonna be the first time that you guys actually see me use this. I don't really like using this while I'm videotaping because of the fact that when I'm cranking this, it makes the table is going to shake, and so you guys are going to see that shake. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this paper and I'm going to fold it in half, okay? Because you need to cut 2 panels. Let me move this aside really quick so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I got the paper, and because I want the print to be going up this way, because this is the way the sheet, the cover is going to go, I want the print this way. I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. Just going to corner to corner and give it a good crease. Okay, and you're going to bring your die. I'm dropping things over here. So look at my cutting plates. They are horrible, people. This just goes to show how much I use my bigz. So remember, where these little holes are at, this is going to be your this is going to be the spine of your book. So you want to make sure that your print is this way, going up this way, where the holes are going to be on the sides right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and line this up like so. And I'm telling you, cutting this to 6 inches from the 12 by 12, cutting it in half to 6 inches, and then you're going to fold that in half, you get a perfect notebook. Well, if your little cutting pads are not fighting with you. Okay, so then we're going to bring my machine over. Once I have my little sandwich ready, I'm going to bring it in here. And remember, guys, the table's going to shake, and I'm so sorry, but there's nothing I could do about that. I want to show you guys everything that I'm doing. So then you're just going to run it through the machine. That crank is good. You want that crank. It's working. Okay. Put this aside because I no longer need that. And it cut out everything that you possibly need. Now this die also comes with a let me move this out of the way. It also comes with a little pocket. Okay, it comes with a little pin holder and a little tag. This is the tag. This would be like the pin holder right here. And let me see if I can find a pocket. And the pocket is right here. So it cuts all these things here. However, on this one, I'm not going to use the pin holder. I'm definitely not going to use the little label, and I'm not going to use a pocket on this one. So what we're going to do now is we're putting that aside. We're going to get our papers, get our adhesive, whatever adhesive you want. Like I said, if you want to use tape runner, you could use tape runner. If you want to use a snail, you could go ahead and use a snail. I just prefer to use this one because I know this is a good grip. You don't even really have to put that much because we're going to laminate this, so the lamination will actually hold it together even better. I like to put it on the corner, on the edge of that, turn this around, and then I like to put a little adhesive on that as well. Then we're going to go ahead and line up the little holes. So it has some holes on the top and it has some holes on the bottom. I know you guys cannot see this, But they're there. Let me see if I could put this. So I don't know if you could see the little holes, but there's 3 here, 1 in the middle, and then there's 3 here. And this is where you're gonna put your elastic cord. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, and because the process of laminating, it takes kind of a while, I'm going to speed up the video. But right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this strip down so that I can glue it in the front. And I wanna know exactly the measurements. So we're going to look at this. So it's 5 1/4. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this strip down to 5 1/4. Give me 1 second. Bring in our paper cutter. And we're going to cut this at 5 1/4. And because we're cutting it, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're gonna have to ink that edge, because now that edge is not going to be inked. So come back with our little ink tub, and it should still have ink on your little blender. So just grab it. Yeah, it does. There you go. Just grab it and hit that little edge that you just cut, and there you go. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and glue that onto there now, so that when we laminate it, it'll all glue together. So put a little bit of adhesive on here. Any type that you want, anything you like. And so we're gonna go ahead and put this. It's a little hard to center it, but I'm going by the edges right here. And because the glue is a little wet, it picked up a little bit of that ink on my fingers. So let's go ahead and clean that, because I don't want that to go anywhere else. And there you go. This is ready to be laminated. Now, if you guys want another print paper that you want on the inside, you guys could go ahead and cut out another one like this and just layer it in the inside, and then you'll have a double-sided print. On this case, we're not gonna do a double-sided print. We're just gonna leave it like this, because later on, I'm gonna put so much things in here that there's just gonna be so much going on. So let me go ahead and show you guys how we laminate it, and we will be right back. We're gonna speed up the video. Okay, welcome back, my little crafting monsters. So after we finish laminating them, this is the way they look. I actually laminated an extra one with some pockets, so you guys could see how I was able to do the 2 pockets plus the little pin holder all in one sheet. So you get one whole planner on one sheet of laminating paper, sorry. And then you're gonna just go ahead and with your E6000, we're gonna go ahead and use that to glue the pockets in there. And then this little pin loop, let me show you, rolling in my chair because I didn't show you on this one, but this little pin loop basically will go, you have to cut these little strips right here, sorry, down like that. Okay, so after it's cut like that, what it does is it basically lays in a hoop like this onto your planner like this. And so at the end, this is basically what you get. So you can put a pin in here. Well, obviously it needs to be a little thicker. This one's a little too thin, but you guys get the gist. So you just glue it on here, and there you have a little pin holder. So that's basically how this works. But I'm not gonna do that yet. So we're gonna go ahead and finish our little mermaid one. So she's all basically laminated. And then what we're gonna do is I actually fold it right where that paper meets up. Like once you laminate it, you'll be able to see. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. So you'll get that little spine. And when you guys do this, you guys will see what I mean. There's a little, let's see how much this is exactly. There's a little inch spine once you glue it, and there you go. So then at this point, once we have this little guy like this, then we're gonna go ahead and get our little elastic bungee cord, I guess you wanna call it. And usually, I would say 30 inches is pretty good to get that started. I like to use a needle because I find that the needles are a lot easier to put it through a little hole. So I just picked this up at, I think it was Hobby Lobby's that I picked this up in their sewing section. So I grabbed that huge one, which is a yarn needle. And then, because this guy's a little thick, I'm doing this off camera because I have to really see it. And I don't know if I used this one. I know I used a needle, I just don't remember which one. So yeah, it was this one. So you gotta really work it in there. But you string it in here. This will make it so much easier for you guys, trust me. Trust me. So, the way this works is, you go in, oh, I think we have to poke some holes in this one, don't we? I was skipping a step. So I'll get my We Are Memory Keepers hole puncher, and I believe that the smaller one is actually perfect for this little project. I like to line it up. You gotta really line it up in that hole because you don't want to mess it up. Okay, and go for it. Line it up on the next one. And then in the next one. I'm gonna explain to you guys how I did this. So, when you're hole punching it, when you're doing the hole punch, what you want to do is, when you see this the little hole, you want to put your hole puncher one side right to the rim of that hole, but you're gonna do it on the opposite side. Because if you center this, these two holes are gonna meet up. So you want to kind of like hole punch it a little further out, if that makes sense. So the one in the middle, I center it, okay? And the ones at the two edges, I don't want to center them, because if I center them, that little hole is gonna be really, really close to that one. So I want to go ahead and put it at the rim of that hole, but more to my right side on this one. So I punch it like that. And then on this side, I'm gonna put it to the rim, but I'm gonna put it more to my left side. There you go. Now, this is not gonna reach the middle one. So the middle one, we're gonna basically need a piercing tool. Oh, look at that. My little point on this is like crooked. I've used it so much. So I just do that. I just pierce it with the piercing tool and kind of work it. Kind of work it like that. So when you get your box, I mean your die, what you're gonna do is you're going to get your string or your elastic, put it in from the first one, and you have to kind of work it in there, okay? I put it in the first one, and I'm gonna leave a little good enough tail to where you're gonna think about it. It's gonna go in through here, in through the middle, and it's gonna kind of go to the center, and we're gonna tie the two ends together. So you want it to be fairly long enough to where it's gonna have enough room to tie a knot, okay? So then we go down, straight down to the next one. Like this, okay? We're gonna go to the middle one, bring it in. Okay. And we want these tight to where they're not gonna go anywhere, but you don't want them too tight, because what's gonna happen is it's gonna tug on these edges and your book is gonna be a little wonky, and you don't want it to be wonky. Okay, so then we're gonna go straight up to the middle, bring it in. Okay, and on the top, we'll go into the next hole. Like that. Okay, and then we'll bring it down to the hole in the bottom, over here. And then we're gonna feed it in through the center again. This one's gonna be a little tight because there's already one in there, but it'll do it, trust me. And there you go. So then now you have this one in the center, which is gonna be the one where you're gonna tie this one at. Now this one, I'm gonna go ahead and feed it through this little, through my needle, so that, sorry guys, I'm doing this out of camera, but because I literally have to push this in there, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna grab this guy and bring it in the center, and that's gonna be a little tight again because there's one already in there, but just wiggle it and bring it in. Take it out of your needles, okay? Whoa. So you want to make sure that all of your strings are a little tight, but not too tight. Remember, you don't want it to pull. So I kind of loosen it a little. Okay, then you're going to bring these two and you're going to tie a knot. Tie a fairly tight knot. Pull it really hard. Okay, and then these strings, I'm gonna go ahead and cut those off. Okay. Then we're gonna get another piece of elastic. I probably could have used one whole string and brought it in from the inside, kind of like in a little loop, but I didn't think of that at that very moment, so this is what we're doing. So we're just gonna kind of like center it from the center of this little hole, because that's where it's gonna go in. Make sure that it goes all the way around your cover like this, and this is how you're gonna know that's perfect. That's perfect. So we'll go ahead and cut that. I'm going to string this through my yarn, through my needle, because you know, for me that's so much easier. I'm going to bring this in here like that, and then bring him back in. Take him out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is going to be able to go all the way around my whole book. And so I think this is perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and cut a knot. I mean, we're going to cut a knot. Look at me. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. We're going to tie a knot kind of close to the edge. Pull it. Pull it really good. So that knot is nice and tight. I'm going to cut off the excess because I don't want that no more. Now, if you guys are wondering where I got this little elastic cord, I actually went to my Joann's Fabrics, and they have these in a spool, and you just buy them by the yard. So I think I purchased this, I think it was like 10 yards, and they were at, I believe, 99 cents each. And then I had my 20% off entire purchase coupon and my 50% off, so it came out really, really cheap. It was a pretty good bargain. So now at this point, this little book is ready for your inserts. Let's put these little guys away because we're gonna need these later on for the other ones. Let me show you. These are the little 3-packs that I get from Michael's, and these are the ones that I use to put in here. These are perfect size. Whoa, calm down. These are perfect size. And this one had a mermaid in the front. So obviously, that's gonna go in the front. Let's cut a little slit through there and get these puppies out. These are them. So these are the books that come in that little 3-pack. And like I said, these usually are $6.99 for the 3. And you get a grid paper. Okay. You get the calendar. And I believe that the calendar is 3 or 4 months that you can do. It's like 4 months. And then the week of. And then you get a regular plain drawing paper. So you get these 3 ones. And then these ones, they fit perfect. So all you're gonna do is see where the staples are. These are the center of these books. You're gonna pick up one of your little elastics. You're gonna slide these puppies in. Grab the next one, okay? Find the center. It's usually where the staple is. Slide this puppy in. Okay, and then you grab this one. Find the center. I can never get that last one. And slide it in. And there you guys have it. Your own little planner. It's a Mermaid's with your booklets. And you still have another elastic right here. You can't see it. I don't want to rip it, but you have another one right here. So you have enough for another book. There you go. So these little booklets, let's see the size. The little booklets are actually 3.5 by 5.5. So they're 5.5 by 3.5. And these were the perfect size for these little planners. Okay, so far these are the 2 little planners that I have. There's a mermaid one and there's a Jack Skeleton one. Let me show you this other ones that I'm going to be working on. Like you already saw this one, which is the unicorn one. All of these planners are going to be on my Etsy store, Paper to Masterpiece. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Paper to Masterpiece on my Etsy store. So if you guys don't want to take the time to make this or buy the materials to make this, but you guys want to purchase one of these, you guys are more than welcome to check out my store. I have so many other kinds of stuff there as well. But anyway, I wanted to show you the other ones that I'm going to be working on. So I have, and all of these are from the paper packs that I showed you, the unicorn ones. So I have this little guy, okay, this with the little unicorn. And I'm gonna have these ones as the pockets on this one. Okay. I have this one, Never Stop Dreaming. And then I'm gonna have this ones, these pockets, little stars. And I don't know if I'm gonna use these pin holders. I'm probably not gonna use these pin holders. I'm gonna show you guys a tutorial on how to make these pin holders out of your binder clips from your stationery office steeples or whatever. And that's gonna be a lot better instead of using the little plastic thing right here, which you could do both. And then this one's gonna have these ones. I liked this little star paper TSP, as you can tell. This one's Can't Touch This, Too Sassy For You. I thought that was super cute. And then here's this one with the little pineapple, So Fresh. And then I'm gonna use this one as well, which I thought was really cute. It brings out the color in one of the glasses. And then right here, we have this little mermaid, but they're little cats, so they're cat mermaids. I put in this little one in the center, and then I got this DSP paper, and we're using that. Same thing, the little mermaid cats and the DSP paper for the pockets. And then on this one I haven't really made any pockets, but this is a golden black. And this one has the black in the inside, so I really like that. So basically all of these planners that you see here are going to be on my Etsy store. If you guys are interested in purchasing one, or if you guys want to make your own, go ahead and make your own. I just showed you how. It's a very, very easy project. You could give these out as gifts. You could give these out for your friends. If sometimes you go on a group to travel, like I like to go with my friends. Usually there's about 5 of us. And so if you were to make these and they could hold their passports on there, they could have their whole plan for their whole day, their trip there, things to do and places to see. And so there you have it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Please stay tuned for more tutorials to come. I love you, my little crafting monsters. Until next time, goodbye.